Hey guys, Decav13 here, and welcome back to some more Let's Play Fate Grand Order. Alright, from now on, I'm gonna try to make these not 2 hours a piece, because not only is it a pain in the ass for me to record for 2 hours straight, but it's a pain in the ass to edit later, so rather avoid that. So, hopefully I don't get too caught up in it. Worst comes to worst, I guess I'll have a long recording and just cut it up. I'd rather not do that either, though. Alright, Section 2, Yaga. Trying to think, what section is this out of? How many? I should probably pull up like a little quick guide for this, just so I know what's going on. I think it's 22 chapters. Alright, that's not too bad. Alright, so actual combat doesn't really start until, the next section, when we get to use our own servants. Alright.
There are a lot more people, Yaga here than I thought there'd be. Huh? What was that sound?
Maybe we should just stay put.
True, we probably should, but... what if we just got close enough to see what's going on while making sure to stay out of sight? Now then, let's keep our heads low and sneak over. Looks like someone's handing out food? They're certainly all lining up for something. Hello again, my little Yaga. Congratulations on making it through another day in your miserable lives.
Of course.
It's so sad, isn't it? No matter how hard you work, you can never save enough to live on, or hope to move up in the world. But don't worry, your cute little guardian angel is here to help you all survive this horribly dark, dreadful blizzard. Don't be shy, come on up and take a gander at my goods. There's nothing NFF services can't provide, whether it's food, medical equipment, or even prohibited goods like alcohol.
That's... That voice! The one positively dripping with honey atop ice cream atop even more honey! Both of you, hide! Watch from as far away as possible. Do not approach under any circumstances, not unless you want to get ensnared in a honey trap like I was. That's the most convincing thing he's ever said.
Welcome to TV Kolyanskaya's Honey Kitchen, now open for business.
Oh, TV. Haha, I get it. That's her true name. Or at least the abbreviation of her true name. Fucking... Okay.
Hello and good day, all. It's a cruel little establishment I've got going here, but of course you all know that. Oh yes, I know all about how hard it is being a Yaga. You have very hardy bodies. So hardy, in fact, that you're practically immortal. But the trade-off is that you burn through calories at a tremendous rate. Really, you all die so comically quickly if you aren't eating about 10 times the food a good old-fashioned human would. You might say that Yaga traded the ability to survive extreme cold for truly shoddy energy efficiency. At any rate, if you don't get enough calories here in Russia, you'll soon end up a Yaga sickle. But fortunately, I've come all the way from Yaga Moscow to help you survive. Now come on, don't be shy. Empty your wallets and prostrate yourselves before your goddess of salvation.
So the human's back again, huh? Damn it, how dare she mock us like that? Hey, shut your damn mouth. Do you want her to start making us jump through impossible hoops again? At least pretend like you're grateful to her. Yeah, her methods aside, at least she's helping us. Hi, Miss Kolyanskaya. I'd like to buy some food, please. Is everything okay, Miss Kolyanskaya?
How sad. How truly, truly sad. You Yaga must have Piroski.
And Russian. Piroshki? Piroshki? I'll say it like that. If I'm wrong, I'm sure someone will correct me.
You Yaga must have Piroshki for brains. How could you possibly forget the proper way to address your owner? It's Mistress Koyanskaya, peons! I swear, your minds are as frail as your bodies are ugly. You're completely lacking in tact and have not a shred of decorum. What an achingly dull history you ended up in. I don't know what your leader was thinking, combining humans with animals. Now you've lost the innocence of the latter and the brains of the former. Somehow you managed to cancel out all the good bits of humanity and animal kind, and you call yourself a new species just because you can survive a little better in this climate? What a joke.
What was that? Hey, you. I don't care if you're one of the Tsar's personal guard. Nobody talks about us like that and gets away with it. The Tsar himself came up with our demonic beast transformation policy. The only who could criticize it are traitorous rebel. Yaga! Huh? No way.
What? See what happens when you oppose me? So sorry about all that, my little Yaga. My Obrichniki are special, you see. They're an elite type that react instantly if I get just the teensiest bit upset, so make sure you watch your language.
But, Miss Koyanskaya, just now you were the one who was...
Oh, do my ears deceive me, or are you the second brave moron with a death wish today? Is life down here really that hard?
No, not at all. Forgive me, Mistress Koyanskaya.
There we go. I knew you could do it. Now let's get down to business. Since your food shortage problem keeps getting worse, I made sure to bring twice as much as last time. Go ahead and load up on anything you like. There's plenty to go around.
Alright, as long as we can get more food... Huh? What's with these prices?
Ah yes, one cut of Krichat shoulder meat. That'll be 500,000 rubles, please.
That's 3 times more expensive than last time. We couldn't even afford the prices back then. This isn't helping us at all. Used to be as long as we obeyed the Tsar's laws, he'd provide us with the minimum amount of food we need to get by. But now we have to trade everything we've got, down to our furniture. And if that wasn't bad enough, the prices keep going up every damn time. You're bleeding us dry for everything we've got. Why are you torturing us like this?
Oh my, I don't like the sound of that. Is that an incipient riot I smell? Well, as the Tsar's personal guard, I guess I'd better do something about that, hadn't I? Perhaps we can try another way of resolving the food shortages then.
Wait, please, we're not looking for trouble. It's just with prices like these, you might as well be telling us to die. Could you at least put them back to what they were last time? That way we should be able to just pay. We should just be able to pay. Please, Mistress Koyanskaya, I'm begging you.
I wish I could help you now that you're finally wising up a bit. But I can't. Sorry. What you see is what you get. Prices may go up, but they never go down. That's NFF Service's most sacred rule. Besides, you aren't really incapable of paying, right? I know you still got room to fall back on.
Room to... I promise you we don't. This is all we...
Don't be silly, you've still got plenty to work with. You've stamina to waste arguing with me. You've got plenty of nerve letting the rebels remain at large. And you've got a friend right there next to you, one with just as much money to spare. Isn't it the Yaga way to take from the weak? Besides, I said it myself earlier. There's more than one way to resolve a food shortage.
Huh? Now I see. So that's the way it is, huh? Since you're telling us and you're one of the Tsar's personal guard, I can assume that if I go along with this, I won't get in trouble?
Nope, I couldn't care less about silly ethical concerns you pathetic little things might have.
Hey, don't tell me you're just giving up. Come on, give her a piece here. Don't worry, I'm not. Let's go get us some food together. You, me, and your money.
least we've avoided being spotted. Koyanskaya just left with the wagon, along with the Yaga who collapsed when their friends struck them in the head.
Mash, John, neither of you looks or sounds particularly happy about that. Tell me what happened, as briefly as possible. Broad strokes will suffice.
Koyanskaya, the woman who attacked Chaldea, was distributing food to the townspeople. But it looked like she was charging them prices high enough that she was really just extorting them. Eventually, the Yaga started arguing with her about the prices, and then a fight broke out among them, and only half of the Yaga there ended up receiving food. I think the other half were probably
Killed? By their friends? Do you mean the ones who acquired food did so by stealing their friends' money? Even if she was attempting to reduce their numbers, that is a needlessly cruel way to do so. I suppose killing half their population will help the remaining Yaga survive, now that there are fewer mouths to feed, but... Hey, spare me your cold-blooded analysis! The point is that Koyanskaya is a demon dressed as a woman! John, as of right now you have no means of fighting back. Had Koyanskaya seen you just now, you would be dead, just like I would be. Of course, in my case, I turned a few of the Opportuniki into goo with my golf punch magecraft. But a third-rate, a pale imitation of a mage like yourself would have no chance. Good to know my stock's gone down. Lucky for you, you had some shadows to cower in, and that suited you far better than a mage's outfit. In that sense, you did quite well. I understand how you must feel, so you did well to stay out of sight regardless.
Director Gordov.
Still, what a wretched stroke of luck to learn that Koyanskaya is here in Russia as well.
I'll say. And on top of that, she's a servant. These magical energy readings don't lie. She must have been concealing that in Chaldea, but she obviously isn't bothering to do here. She must be working for Kirshtaria, for the Cryptors. So that priest is most likely a servant as well, since he was clearly there as Koyanskaya's equal. Nonetheless. What is it, Mr. Holmes? Are you concerned by the astounding lack of judgment that Mr. Gordov showed by unwittingly bringing both Koyanskaya and Father Kotomine to Chaldea?
Damn, Mash. I'll have you know I'm the greatest victim in all this. Have you not a shred of consideration? John, what have you been teaching your charge that makes her think it's okay to talk to her superiors like that? That she said it with such a straight face only makes it all the more painful.
In Koyanskaya's case, you're quite right, Miss Kirillite. Gordov was undoubtedly lax in his vetting, but so too was Koyanskaya's guise immaculate. But the same cannot be said for Father Kotomine. He was a genuine clergyman, sent in official capacity by the Holy Church. As such, Gordov had no advance contact with him, and thus cannot be held liable. I believe Father Kotomine and Koyanskaya must have first met in person, on the boat to Chaldea in the Antarctic. Isn't that right, Director?
Yes, that's right. I'm quite certain he was absent for most of my meetings.
In which case, they must have executed their plan via a network we had no means of learning about. And if we are to be investigating that soon, well, something bears mentioning. Da Vinci, Mr. John, although it's a bit untimely, there is something I must tell you. There is no man by the name of Kotomine Kirei employed by the Holy Church. Or at least, there was no one by that name on the 2019 list of the Church's clergy. Really? Then does that mean the name Kotomine Kirei is made up?
No, that's real.
No. Someone by that name did in fact exist at one time. However, according to Chaldea's records, Kotomine Kirei died in Japan in 2004. So basically he's a zombie? Has that sucker-punching backstabber actually been a pseudo-servant all this time? Or maybe he's a servant that's basically a heroic spirit possessing a dead body? Oh, well, is that sort of thing even possible? I wish I could say no. That no heroic spirit would ever be content with using a dead body as a toast. But there may be indeed very particular exceptions. Those who are summonable as pseudo-servants precisely because of said hosts. However, this bit of information can at least lay that theory to rest. The Holy Church's report says the following.
Kotomine Kirei's body was completely incinerated at the time of his death, making recovery impossible. In other words, Father Kotomine's body no longer exists, at least not in our world. Then does that mean... That is a possibility. But at this point, that is all it is. We still have far too little information to theorize any further.
Well, well, I thought I smelled something delicious. Do I detect some adorable little rats hiding out in this back alley?
Shit.
I do wish I could let you get away, but now that I've found you, I certainly can't do that now, can I? Especially not after Kotomine just told me to squash any repulsive insects I happen to find. Hello, my little Chaldeans. Congratulations on making it back alive. I do have to applaud your good luck and sheer tenacity.
Koyanskaya! Master, get back!
Aw, look at you, bravely trying to keep your master safe. But you really should know better, Mash. If you're going to act like you can fight, you'd better be ready for your enemy to call your bluff. Consider your current situation, your abilities, your position. You may be okay with dying yourself, but what about the boy behind you? At times like this, the best thing you can do is throw away your pride and roll over like the dog you are.
Come on, Mash, let's take her together!
Just kidding. It's hilarious seeing you flailing about so desperately, John. Luckily for you, I'm still not done with my work for today, and I like to do one job at a time. So I won't come looking for you until tomorrow. Killing you now would go against my principles. So for today, I'll be generous and let you go off your merry way. Besides, I expect that'll make things more interesting down the road. After all, it's not fair for Kadok to have all the advantage. We should give you at least something of a fighting chance. First you destroy Chaldea, and now you want to pit Senpai against Kadok and the others?
Calm down, Mash.
But... Foo! That's right, I'm going to have you and the Cryptors kill each other, John. That's what we've been working towards all this time. It would be a huge disappointment if that build-up were to fizzle out at the very first Cryptor. Good grief. I trust you're listening in, Sherlock Holmes. How could you let them go without any protection whatsoever? Shouldn't you be way more cautious? If any other servants had been assigned to Russia instead of me, your little journey would be over now. I never thought I would see an enemy servant be concerned for opposition. Although, the other servants, you say? Would you mind giving us any more hints while you're at it? What is your true name? Who is your master? How many of you are there? And furthermore, what is this singularity really called? That's more like it. It's not worth crushing you unless you put up a decent fight. You did put one over on me back at Chaldea after all. I'll have to pay you back double when I finally get to meet you in person. Oh, and unfortunately for you, I won't be offering up any more hints. I've been working my fingers to the bone over the past year to get everything ready. You'll just have to figure out whatever you don't yet know for yourselves. Such is the wish of our leader, who has come from far, far away, and yet who still remains shrouded in shadow.
Why'd you torment the Yaga?
Oh, that? You mean you can't tell? Just because I'm your enemy doesn't mean I'm an ally to Russia, to Kedog Zim Lupus. In the end, the Yaga are another branch of human evolution. That makes them very much an object of hatred for me. So I exploit them as brutally and thoroughly as I can. It's my life's work. I enjoy it and take it seriously. Besides, the whole notion of a societal structure that exploits the poor was something you humans came up with, wasn't it? Oh, but violence is bad. We don't want that now, do we? I may have made use of my military force back at Chaldea, but only because I had no other choice. Normally I wouldn't resort to such barbarism. If the takeover had lasted a year or so, I would have made sure you all ended up killing each other much more peacefully. Resorting to something as brutish as violence to destroy what you detest is the height of human folly. Your kind brought destruction down upon your own heads. I have no plans to stoop to your level. So there you have it. I won't lay a finger on you. I've already fulfilled His Imperial Majesty, Ivan the Terrible's request to eliminate the biggest threat, Chaldeus. Controlling the Oprichniki now is just a bit of after-sales service. If you're going to fight this cryptor, I'll let him command the Oprichniki instead. So you're saying you have no intention of fighting us here, because we're completely powerless? That you're going to let us go because we're not worth your time? That's right. Nice to see you finally understand, MASH. I'm impressed you were able to face the facts you really, really didn't want to. So I'll tell you what. In honor of that show of earnestness and loyalty, I really will let you off the hook this time. Truth be told, I was planning to gobble you both up right after you let your guard down. Wait. That's it. That's the way, MASH. John. Don't fight an opponent you can't beat. That's the first law of the jungle. Since you're such smart boys and girls, I'll go ahead and make you a promise. If you manage to survive Russia, I'll be sure to come see you again. When I do, we can hash things out woman to man. Keep on scurrying around like the little rats you are until then, okay? I'm an advisor to the cryptors, you see. As long as you keep on your little journey, we will meet again. Enemy servant. Is this really the energy signature of a servant? At any rate, I've lost that wicked magical energy signature. I'm sorry, Master. I wanted to do something about her, but I couldn't.
We just have to bear with it for now, MASH. Just for now.
I know. But, well... now that I've calmed down, I have so many questions. Why did she reveal herself to us?
It's probably how she gets her kicks. The hell was that?
What was that scream?
This is very bad. I understand how angry you both must be on seeing Chaldeus Destructor, but I need you both calm. It seems things have taken a turn for the worse in that town. Make your way back to Pachi's house immediately and mind your surroundings.
Understood. Okay, Master, let's keep out of sight.
Please forgive me. Please forgive me, O Light of the Tsar. Everyone in this town is a good upstanding Yaga who loves and worships the Tsar. Nobody here would ever think of defying him. I admit that my brother tried to join the rebel army and you Oprichniki executed him for that. But that has nothing to do with me, and I don't know anything about any mage. Glory to the Tsar. Glory to the Tsar. We seek out the seeds of rebellion and crush them. We have confiscated your belongings and disposed of your dwelling. This is the fate of all who would oppose the emergency authority. You can't be serious. We will ask the questions. Where is the mage? I told you I don't know any mage. That is proof you do not fully understand the glory of the Tsar. Break him. Kill him. No, please, I'm begging you.
Master!
Wait, I know someone. I know someone who defies the Tsar. His name is Pachi. Pachi?
Come to think of it, they did seem to be treating him a bit strangely.
There's something shady about him, and his father was killed for defying you guys. He's been real flush lately, too. He must be selling information to the rebel army. He's the one with the traitorous rebel army. Are you freaking kidding me?
Pachi!
Why do you have to show up now? Who you calling a traitor? You! Everybody knows you're with the rebel army, right guys? You bastard. Then how do you explain that haul? All the town's hunting grounds are sealed off, but you managed to pay your taxes and still had food to spare. That's all the proof we need. Alright, I did my part. So long, Pachi. You are a member of the rebel army. You stand in defiance of the Tsar. You lack respect for the Tsar. Those who turn their backs on the glory of the Tsar shall be tortured for their sins, then executed. Do not resist. Oh yeah? Watch me!
He shot him. Pachi just openly defied the Tsar.
Oh shit! Treasonous actions confirmed. Normally you would be eliminated. See that? That's what happens when you go flying off the handle without thinking ahead. Still, I must commend him for his timing. This will be an excellent distraction. Now then, John, I trust you know what to do next. Head to the ley line while the Oprichniki are preoccupied with that beast.
I'm ready, Master.
Let's go save Pachi.
Right.
Huh? Why would you do that?
I understand your confusion, Goldorf, but this is simply how Chaldea rolls, as they say. I do hope you will learn to accept it. Rest assured that endeavors like this are far from fruitless. They may be fraught with risk, but their returns more than make up for it. That's right, this is the ship we're all on. Besides, this will also help save his life. Alright, John, grab Pachi and get out of there. If you don't do something, he's gonna keep fighting the Oprichniki until they kill him. I think so too. If it comes down to it, then I'll...
It's not gonna come down to that, Mash. Treasonous action confirmed. Normally you would be eliminated. However, Captain Koyanskaya is currently in charge of our actions, protocol, and recompense. We shall not execute without approval. Therefore you shall be neutralized. Moving to crush appendages. Pachi! Huh? What are you guys doing here?
We'll explain later. Please, follow us. We know a surefire escape route.
What's with her? She doesn't have any fur, just like Mistress Koyanskaya. Is that the Koldun mage everyone's been talking about?
What are you? Rebels have no right to speak. Silence. Damn it all. Let's go. There's too many of them. You think I don't know? Wait. You guys have fought the Oprichniki before, haven't you?
Yes, we have. So we know full well how quickly they move. Don't worry, I know we can get away.
Indeed. However, be aware that if you follow our suggestion, you will no longer be able to return to this town. If that is acceptable to you, you will have our full support in making your escape. How about it? Why would that matter to him? You saw how the other creatures ratted on him. You there, you've been on the outs with this town for some time now, haven't you? Surely you can't possibly have any lingering attachments. Even still, Kaluras detected. Contact the captain. Requesting authorization for execution. Damn it. Alright, I'll come with you. Now hurry up and lead the way, John. You don't want to get shot in the back, do you?
Foe!
Good, he managed to escape the town. I'm glad to see no one was hurt. We made it.
Yes, Senpai's plan to knock things over in the alley to slow their pursuit worked wonders.
Yeah, it was like a famous scene out of an old Japanese samurai movie. The kind where the hero makes his escape while periodically stopping to cut down one of the bad guys. Though of course you see that kind of thing in the London slums all the time too.
Good thing the Oprichniki never tried to shoot you. You probably wouldn't have made it out otherwise. I don't know what happened, but I guess there must have been some sort of mistake in the chain of command.
Indeed. We should all be grateful for this stroke of good luck. For now, I'm afraid you must keep moving. I've put up a beacon at your destination. Miss Kirilat, would you mind showing Pachi?
Of course. Here, Pachi.
I see. So it's a top-down map of the mountain? It's tough to tell what's what with all these bumps. Oh, I get it. It's showing the elevation changes in this area. I could really use one of these.
That red light is your destination. Once you arrive at the mountain path, I would like you to lead the way. A map can only tell you so much after all. As you are local, we will have to place our trust in your knowledge of the region. Naturally, I would like you to avoid any areas with where demonic beasts are known to appear. And do remember that we are under pursuit.
Yeah, I got it. Come on, John, Mash, let's get going. Although, now that I stop and think about it, I get the feeling you guys have been pulling my strings this whole time. A lot of people really hate your guts, don't they?
Yup. That they do. Especially good, honest people like yourself. God, that one story section took half an hour! Alright, support only.
I don't feel anyone staring daggers in my back anymore. Looks like we finally lost the Opportunity. Damn it, why'd this have to happen to me?
I'm so sorry. This is all our fault. We didn't know anything about this place, but we still had you take us to your house.
Knock it off. Forget about that. I wasn't thinking straight either. This is what I get for jumping at a chance to strike it rich without thinking it through. It's my fault as much as yours, so that makes us even. There's one thing I still don't get. Why didn't you use me as a decoy and run off when you had the chance?
We couldn't just abandon you.
No, we couldn't. Both Master and I wanted to help you.
Times like that, you're supposed to let the other guy take the fall. But you guys just couldn't keep your noses out of it, huh? I mean, it's not like me dying is gonna make any difference to your survival. Indeed, the Beastman is exactly right. You're nothing but a defective demi-servant and a useless third-rate master. That's why I told you to stay out of sight instead of getting into fights you can't win.
My body just moved on its own.
I don't get it. Why would you do that? There was nothing in it for you. I only saved you people because I had something to gain from doing it. The Yaga way of life is simple. Only the strong get to eat.
Oh? But surely the weak serve a purpose as well, by providing meat for the strong to consume? That is typically the law of the jungle, after all.
Not for us. For us, the weak aren't even worth eating. Every Yaga knows that. Man, you mages really throw me off my game.
I assure you, most mages would make the same choice that you would under those circumstances. The one there with you now is the old man out. He is motivated primarily by his emotions rather than what he stands to gain or lose.
God damn it. Guess I'll just have to lay low in some other town until the Opportunity forget about me. Hell, at this point, maybe I really will join the rebel army.
The rebel army, I remember hearing them mentioned before. I presume they are a group who takes issue with Ivan the Terrible's reign.
That's right. Word has it they've been around in some form or another for the last 450 years. Sometimes it was nobles fighting, sometimes it was normal folk who'd run out of food. But whoever it is, it almost always ends with the Opportunity slaughtering them. Though nowadays, it sounds like they're still putting up a good fight. I also heard a strange rumor about them. Yeah, I remember now. They say their leader's a lady archer who still looks like one of the old humans, before Ivan's reign began.
An archer-class servant?
I don't much care for bows myself, though. I don't care much for bows myself. Though I guess they can work decently against some of the larger demonic beasts.
If she really is a servant, we definitely need to meet her and see if she can help us. At the very least, she's already fighting Ivan the Terrible, so it's safe to assume that our goals are already closely aligned. And if she's a rogue servant, so much the better. Servants can't reach their full potential without a master, after all. If you tempt her with a contract, she might even offer to join us of her own accord.
So there's been a servant summoned here, but it would not seem to be a counter-reaction on the part of a Holy Grail. Perhaps this servant was summoned in consequence of our arrival with proper human history spirit origin graph. Or perhaps she is the last bit of resistance this land, no, human history itself had to offer.
Holmes? Something on your mind?
Of course. There's never a moment when my mind is not occupied.
And in order for us to truly be able to act here, we must ensure the servant summoning is successful. You should be seeing an area well suited to summoning about now. A cave, to be precise. I see it. It's hard to see in this blizzard, but I think I can make out the cave now. I also hear thunder overhead. I understand it's statistically very unlikely, but I am a bit concerned about us getting struck by lightning. Sorry about that, but I'm glad you made it there in time. That thunder is the mark of some extremely precious energy after all. Okay, John, it's time to fly that kite. Go on, help it, Mash. Alright, leave the flying to me, Master. By the way, Da Vinci, it is safe to fly a kite in a storm like this, right? You're sure I'm not going to be electrocuted or anything, right? Oh.
What do you mean, oh?
That is not a reassuring response. This is why you really shouldn't work on such short notice. It's way too easy to forget about little details like that. But never mind that now. Come on, get that kite up in the air. Chop chop.
Hey, you never answered the question!
Look, Benjamin Franklin did an experiment very similar to this, and he came out of it just fine. Well, some of the people who tried to replicate his results weren't so lucky, but you can't do science without breaking a few scientists' eggs?
God, you two are fucking horrible. What sort of monstrous servants are you? I've never seen such a hostile working environment. Wait, that's it. I just had a flash of inspiration. John, use your head. If there's a dangerous job to be done, delegate it to someone else. Say that Yaga there with you. Perhaps his kind don't mind being zapped with lightning. Are you nuts? I wouldn't last 2 seconds. Lightning's one of the Tsar's most powerful weapons. It'd frame like a piece of crit-shot bacon. How dare you question my intelligence, Beastman? Think, you already revolted against that Tsar of yours, haven't you? There's no turning tail and running away now. You need to face reality. Reality? That's rich coming from a furless bunch of pink-skinned humans from some fairy tale paradise.
It would seem that the lightning here is strong enough to discourage even young Pachi. Alas, we have no alternative. Miss Kirilite, please connect the wire to the Spirit Origin briefcase. Once that is done, I want you to run as fast as you can while holding the kite horizontally. Understood. I'll make sure the kite gets airborne. Here goes!
The kite has reached the center of the thunderclouds. Activating conversion spell now. Oh, way to go, Mash.
Good. Continue to keep an eye on the kite, Miss Kirilite. Mr. John, remain on standby near the Spirit Origin briefcase. It is crucial for the summon that you be there. This is a forced summon. One of the heroic spirits you've bonded with has been summoned. Once one of the heroic spirits you've bonded with has been summoned, they will convert the lightning into magical energy and use it to form a Spirit Origin. But that alone will not keep them here for very long. If a servant summoned via human magecraft is to remain in this world, they will need an attractor, a master that can serve as their anchor. Your job is to converse with the servant that appears and form a contract with them immediately.
Got it. What's all this about? Man, that thing's really up there. I swear I have no idea what these humans are thinking. Hold it, Holmes. Just because this isn't the Russia we know doesn't mean we can let some commoner witness magecraft being performed. Can't you get that Wolfman to go off somewhere else? Surely you don't want to ruin his life by showing him things he's better off not knowing.
I suppose you do have a point. Very well then, I will speak with him. Pachi, I'm terribly sorry to ask this of you, but if we are about to perform a highly secret ritual here, would you mind waiting outside the cave until it is complete? Again, I do apologize.
Wait, what? So I'm not good enough to see their secret little ritual, huh? Damn it, they wouldn't even be here now if I hadn't shown them the way. What do I care about rituals? I can smell them. So they're over there, huh?
Most Yaga go their whole lives without even hearing about mages, let alone meeting one.
I know that mages worked with Ivan the Terrible to form the spell that combined humans and demonic beasts. The one that created us, the Yaga.
And I know that if they hadn't turned us into Yaga, we'd probably never have survived the Great Cold Wave. They say that mages are still at work trying all sorts of spells in the hopes that one of them can save the world. Of course, they also say that all the mages were killed when they got on Ivan the Terrible's bad side. All the rumors are so vague as to be damn near worthless. I know that mages exist, but I have no idea what they actually do. Now I figure that being a mage and all, they'd have so much magical energy that even a Yaga like me could sense it. As far as I can tell, that John guy isn't anything special. If he were a Yaga, he'd have been too weak to survive more than a day after being born. I have no idea why the Obrachniki would care about him, or any of them. Still, can't help but think, maybe he really will end up saving this world. Which is why I can't stand them keeping this ritual thing a secret from me. Not if they've gone and gotten my hopes up like that. I can sense those two humans now, along with a ton of magical energy. Alright then, let's see what this secret ritual is all about. What is that? It was an intricately designed symbol of magecraft, one meant to make miracles possible.
Everything's in place, Master. The Spirit Origin briefcase now has enough charge for a single summon.
The boy extended his right hand, called out loud and clear. My will creates your body, and your sword creates my destiny. If you heed the Grail's call and abide by this will and reason, then answer me. I hereby swear. I embody all that is good in the world. I shall defeat all that is evil in the world. Seventh heaven clad in the 3 words of power, come forth from the circle of binding, guardian of the scales. What? Those words bring about genuine miracles. They are an incantation spun in search of bravery and wisdom, all in the service of overcoming any difficulties that may stand in the way. The Fate System, a secret ritual for summoning heroic spirits.
My name is Avikebron. I am a caster. I come in response to your summon. It would seem, though, that the circumstances are somewhat unusual. And you over there, are you an enemy?
Ah! Pachi!
I thought this might happen.
You saw the secret summoning ritual? Cursed fool of a beast! How dare you trample all over my kindness! John, order that servant of yours to dispose of the witness!
Now, calm yourself, Goldorf. Surely there is no need in a world with no Mages Association. For that matter, even if we weren't able to keep the summoning ritual perfectly secret, I doubt there's anyone in this Russia who could decipher it. Besides, I believe Pachi understanding our power would in fact be to our benefit.
That guy just appeared out of nowhere. Hey, you. Are you human?
I am not. I am a servant, one who long ago made his mark on history. Thanks to my accomplishments, I ascended to the throne as a heroic spirit. Now I serve this man, for he is my master.
Heroic spirit? Then does that mean you're like Ivan the Terrible?
Oh, so our enemy is Ivan the Terrible, eh? That's going to be difficult. I've never seen this heroic spirit before. As a result of my summoning, I know all the information my master possesses. That said, it seems there are still many things we have yet to learn about this strange land. Now then, where to begin? Before we discuss matters further, why don't I show you what I'm capable of?
Demonic beasts! Damn it, I didn't even notice them following me here.
A word of warning before I fight. My body is frail and weak. I may be the least useful out of all the classes, in the sense that I cannot do anything by myself. But I am also a miracle worker. So to begin, I would like to show you what manner of miracles I am capable of performing. Now, let us do battle. Alright, so we got Avikebron, Again, a servant we haven't seen before. I mean, not if you count the Fate Apocrypha crossover, but that happened after this Lost Belt came out, so... Alright, well, I mean, hey, it's never a bad idea to start off with rapid casting. Let's whittle down this one. Let's go with Buster Quick Arts. All of them had attacked. Fortunately, Tranquil Fig isn't going to help us really at all. Now that I'm thinking about it. Alright, this should at least take out this crit chat. That way I can take out the other two with the Noble Phantasm. Yeah, of course, poison. Try to use our Mystic Code as well. Cater Malkuth. And here... Yeah, that'll do it. That was incredible. Those stones, they just flattened those crit shot like it was nothing. These are my golems. I'm too weak to fight myself, so my only option is to have them do so on my behalf. Now, Master, we can talk more later. First, I'm going to make this cave into my workshop. That should strengthen our ability to summon, which will in turn allow you to make use of your spirit origin graph. That way you may call upon the shadows of the servants registered within that briefcase whenever you like. You will of course only be able to do so in combat, as this power is sadly quite limited in its scope. Now then, I think I shall rest until the workshop is complete. Master John, Mash Kirillite, and Pachi the Yaga, was it? Allow me to introduce myself again. My true name is Avikebron. As you can see, I am a caster, just a humble maker of golems. But given the circumstances, it would nonetheless seem that I am just the servant for this job. So you weren't part of the spirit origin graph? Mr. John has never met you before, eh? Then it must have been the land itself crying out for help that brought you here, rather than a bond with him. It would seem that the existing heroic spirits cannot easily materialize in this world. Nope, just one more thing that sets this place apart from a singularity. I guess this is what that magecraft theory was talking about. But that can wait. For now, I'm just glad we have a new ally, and one who seems likely to be very helpful at that. Avikebron, given your particular expertise, do you think you might be able to repair the Shadow Border's armor? Let me see the data. By all means. Go on, give it to me straight. We'll first need to find the right materials. I should be able to craft a suitable armor plate as long as we have quality ore imbued with magical energy. Ordinarily, such ore is only traded among mages, but I believe we should be able to find some here. Good answer.
Just what I'd expect to hear from the forefather of all golems. Mind if I leave him in charge of fixing the Shadow Border's armor homes?
Not at all. That would certainly be a great help. Now then, Mr. John, Miss Kirillite, Pachi. I believe we should decide on our next course of action. Assuming that's alright with you, Gordorf.
Of course. I will have the final say, yes?
Naturally. Da Vinci, I would ask you to continue learning everything you can regarding the materials. For the other matter we discussed, that is.
Okay, I'm on it.
Right. In brief, I believe our next move should be to rendezvous with this rebel army. We now know that its leader is a servant. Moreover, there is a strong chance they will elect to join us, given that they oppose Ivan the Terrible. But we don't know where the rebel army is. I believe Pachi can be of assistance there. You do know where they are, don't you?
Not exactly. But I do know of a few villages that are rumored to have ties to them. Word has it they provide them with food, hide them from the Opportuniki, that sort of thing.
Then that is where we will go. I trust that's alright with you, Director.
A village where rebels gather. I don't much care for the notion, but then again, I won't have to be the one going there anyway. Very well then. Be off with you, John. I await good news and a much overdue supply of food. The Shadow Border's reserves are nearly empty, and the state of one's belly has a direct effect on morale. I'm sure you are well aware of this, but the Border's staff are mentally exhausted as well. They have been battling hunger, the cold, and cabin fever for some time now. At least you've been able to walk around outside.
Oh right, I almost forgot about that little problem. But are we sure we can even eat Kreechat meat?
We'd better be able to eat it. Forget the roast beef now, I'd be happy with a side of bacon. The Music family has been practicing alchemy for generations. Even if the meat does contain toxins, rest assured that I can make it edible. I've been stranded alone in snowy mountains countless times before, so I've invented my own spells to turn bad meat good. I can even transform spoiled meat into sirloin. Why else do you think I'm known as Music the Phoenix?
Wow, what a useless, totally useful spell. It's definitely a narrow niche, but it's just the one we need right now.
I'll do my best.
I don't want your best, I want results! My future is resting on your shoulders after all.
I'll, do my best.
Now you're buckling under the pressure!
Oh, man. Man, if these sections are gonna take an hour to do each time, this is gonna be a long fucking way to go. I mean, as long as that... I mean, maybe it's because that first one was story only that it took so long. I'm guessing. Kind of hoping, actually. Alright, well, we'll get into section 3 next time, so I'll see you guys then. Bye!